So today I got a new car in the shop, a BMW X5 48i E70. This is the V8 2009. So this video will be good for people that drive 2007 all the way to 2011 48i's. I'm not sure how long the 48 lasted, but this is the N62. So this engine has a lot of different issues. One of the main problems that I've run into with this coolant is leaking into the Van Os valley. So the valley right between the pistons. So it's leaking in there. And also underneath of the car currently, as you guys can see, there's a lot of oil drippage. So right here, this is gonna be our drain plug bolt right here, and then this is our oil filter. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna drain the oil filter housing. So we're gonna loosen this with a T bolt, and I'll tell you guys the millimeter. And then this comes out with an Allen key. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go ahead and let's set the camera up. Well, actually, I'm gonna take this off, show you guys. But this should just unscrew. Like, there's a little screw here, and then we'll take the oil filter off and actually replace it. So we went ahead and took that oil filter housing drain bolt out. As you can see, we've got a little O-ring on here that we're gonna need to replace. Yeah, we'll pop this off here with a little hook, and then we got our replacement in our oil filter box. I went STP this time. I didn't want to wait on the order. My girlfriend just kind of needed her oil change, so I wasn't wasting any time. So I got a cheap one, but we'll change this out pretty soon though. As far as mileage, and then we got our little kit in here. Got both our O-rings, got our new copper gasket. But yeah, we're just gonna lift this drain out, so when we do take the oil filter off, it'll be a little less messy. And make it a little easier on us. So yeah, I'll update you guys whenever I do the filter. As you guys can see here, here's a little bit more of a close-up of where we're working. Here's our oil drain plug. And then yeah, you can just see like up in here, it's just leaking so much oil.
Go.
So I went ahead and I put the new oil filter in here, and I replaced both the gaskets, both this gasket, that you have to replace this gasket, because if you let the oil out of here, you know, it's gonna keep that seal, and the old one's gonna be brittle anyways. And then this gasket right here, this is just your screw-on gasket. But this actually locks down in here, so you kind of got to smack it on a little bit. At first I was trying to have difficulty because I couldn't really see on the inside. There's not like any markings, but I eventually just pushed it in there, got it good and tight. And then the Allen key is actually like massive. I'll have to get the sizes and everything. I'll put them in the description, but yeah, this guy is what got me loose down there. So right now we are putting our Castrol Edge European blend full synthetic in here. We're rocking the 5W40, just a little bit more thick, just because of the mileage on this car. It's a little bit older. Got everything tightened up underneath, but everything's looking pretty solid. But this cost us probably around $60 something for the oil plus the filter. It was probably about $70. And then if I wanted to go get this job done at Valvoline, they were trying to charge me about $180. So $180 versus $70, you know what I'm saying? It's well worth it. $110 more just to have someone do it for you. And all it requires is pretty basic tools. I think the only probably hard part the thing you'd have to get is a 24 millimeter socket for taking that oil pan off, or the oil filter off. Everything's pretty simple. I mean, if you've wrenched on a couple of things in your life, and you know you own one of these guys, or any BMW for that matter, you know it's fairly simple to do your oil change. There's no reason to spend the extra money and have someone do it for you.